8 avatars who moved into the crisis. They navigated, stabilized, and struck with force. The 9th avatar does not act in that way. He sits. When market share drops, institutions launch a sales sprint. When employee engagement plummets, they roll out a recognition program. The immediate corporate reflex is to treat surface pain with a fast, highly visible intervention. The tradition of Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, offers a completely different discipline. It demands that a leader look past the symptom to diagnose the actual, structural root of the dysfunction. That level of systemic diagnosis requires abandoning the drive to accumulate control. You have to stop asking what you can acquire and start relentlessly asking why the system is causing pain in the first place. Siddhartha was born into the Shakya ruling clan in Kapilavastu. His father constructed an artificial reality for him, a life of immense privilege, deliberately stripped of any visible evidence that human beings age, fall ill, or suffer. That isolation eventually broke. On excursions outside the palace walls, Siddhartha encountered 4 sights: a frail old man, a severely sick person, a funeral procession, and a serene, wandering ascetic. The reality of inevitable physical decline forced him to walk away from his kingdom to find the cause of human distress. He spent 6 years trying to solve the problem through extreme physical austerity. He starved himself, he held his breath to the point of collapse, and he realized that punishing the body was just another intervention aimed at a symptom. It yielded nothing. He finally arrived at the banks of the Narayana River. He sat beneath a peepal tree and entered a state of complete stillness. Over 49 days, he mapped the precise nature of the human condition. The insights he gathered were first delivered to 5 companions at the deer park at Sarnath. They are known today as the 4 Noble Truths. These truths operate as a rigorous, sequential diagnostic engine. They demand an unflinching audit of reality before any solution is even proposed. This flowchart outlines the sequence. First, acknowledge the flaw exists. Second, identify its cause. Third, determine that the cause can be removed. Fourth, map the specific path to remove it. Diagnosis always precedes prescription. That first step, acknowledging the pain, or dukkha, requires absolute psychological safety. If an organization's culture filters out bad news to protect management, the raw truth is never named. Without naming it, you cannot diagnose it. The diagnostic process is frequently derailed by the leader's own ego, an unexamined desire for a flawless quarterly report, or an intense fear of looking incompetent distorts the data. The leader must audit their own cravings before evaluating the system. The solution requires structural integration. The eightfold path demands that all dimensions of an organization, intention, communication, effort, align simultaneously. A leader who builds brilliant strategy but weakens just one dimension, like ethical conduct, creates a structure that will eventually collapse under its own weight. The final principle asks the leader to build a system that does not require them. The Buddha built a community of practitioners designed to carry the teaching forward, enabling it to survive and scale for centuries without his physical presence. A healthy institution does not rely on a singular savior. The true measure of your leadership is how efficiently you can make yourself unnecessary to the organization's survival. In the 1960s, India faced a severe and chronic milk shortage. The standard institutional reflex was to treat the symptom by importing foreign dairy and subsidizing existing, broken supply lines. Dr. Verghese Kurian approached the crisis differently. He bypassed the obvious lack of milk to interrogate the underlying structure of the industry. His diagnosis revealed a brutal root cause. Small-scale farmers were isolated and systematically exploited by private intermediaries. Middlemen captured all the profit, destroying any financial incentive for the farmers to increase their yield. Kurian designed an integrated structural solution, the Amul cooperative model. It addressed every broken spoke in the wheel simultaneously, giving farmers direct ownership of veterinary care, quality feed, processing, and distribution. He scaled this model nationally and transferred total ownership to 3 million farmers. He built the architecture, ensured it could stand on its own, and then completely stepped back. Centralized government mandates had consistently failed to solve the crisis. Kurian's decentralized root cause architecture turned India into the largest milk-producing nation on Earth. Symptoms are never the actual problem. They are simply the distress signals generated by a failing structure. A structural intervention is proven successful only when the architect departs and the framework continues to hold weight. 9 avatars have answered the immediate crisis. The 10th and final avatar operates on a different timeline. Episode 10, Kalki, the leadership of future vision and the necessity of tearing down an obsolete age to build the next. The Dashavatara management framework, ancient wisdom, modern leadership.